Now in the Valley today, we're following breaking news for you this morning. The Tulsa police officer charged with the killing of an unarmed black man has officially been booked in jail, but is already back out.
And parts of southern Minnesota are battling flooding after more than a foot of rain swamped the region.
And we have some rain chances today in the Valley, some of us getting thunderstorms. I'll have your forecast.
Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is the Valley Today on Fargo CW.
Hey, very good Friday morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. It is just past 7 a.m. I'm Kyle Bosch here with Lisa Bedeau. We are starting with breaking news for you this morning. A Tulsa, Oklahoma police officer accused in the shooting death of a black man turned herself in early this morning, was booked into the county jail, then immediately released on $50,000 bond. Betty Shelby is charged with manslaughter in the deadly shooting of Terrence Crutcher after his SUV broke down on a road last week.
The criminal complaint against Shelby says her fear resulted in her unreasonable actions, which led to her shooting Crutcher. Attorneys for Crutcher's family say they're happy charges have been brought against her. If convicted, Shelby would face a minimum 4-year prison sentence. Developing this morning, protesters in Charlotte, North Carolina are keeping up calls for justice and demanding to see video of the deadly police shooting of Keith Scott. Demonstrators clashed with police for a third evening in a row, shortly before a mandatory midnight curfew even took effect.
Scott's relatives did privately get to view footage of his killing yesterday. Their attorney says that he could not tell whether Scott was holding a weapon, as police have claimed. Well, time to get a first check of our weather on this Friday morning on the Fargo CW. We're joined by meteorologist Lisa Green, and keep the umbrella handy for today and the next few.
I think that's a good idea because we are going to be staying off and on chances for some heavy rain in some instances too coming up over the next few days. Here's a look at our hourly planner for today in Fargo. We're watching those temperatures rising slowly, only into the mid to upper 60s because we're going to have cloud cover in place, and in addition to that, chances for some rain too. Hearing some reports from Al Ahmet of some sprinkles along his route this morning, and we do have a little sliver of sunlight trying to peek through the cloud deck there to the east, but it really is mainly going to be cloudy. In addition, that chance for some more significant rain coming up for the afternoon and the evening hours here for Fargo and in other places in the valley too. Wind going to be breezy into the teens, gusting into the 20s as well. So not the ideal Friday, but we'll get some breaks in between. And notice this morning most places not seeing anything in the form of rain, just a couple of spotty areas. The focus has been up north around the Langdon area over toward Rock Lake, where we've been seeing some steadier showers there, some off and on sprinkles to some light rain showers up north. The rain that Al mentioned in the Fargo-Moorhead area stretches back over toward Detroit Lakes as well and beyond. And then we've got some development happening to the south, and this is where we'll see our next chance for decent rain coming in. We're already seeing some thunder showers just to the southwest of Brown County in South Dakota, and that's going to be what we keep our eye on for what will be moving into our region later today. 59 degrees in Fargo, 55 in Grand Forks, 61 though in Gwinner, warmer there. Temperatures are going to be into the 40s up north as you step out the door along the international border and Lake of the Woods. So not bad for your temperatures in the south, a little cooler up north. Wind will be breezy. It is right now out of the east. Some of us seeing some wind gusts into the 20s, a 20-mile-per-hour speed in Langdon. So through the day, this is moving through the afternoon, starting around noon and then moving ahead toward the 3 o'clock hour, seeing that line of showers and thunder showers rolling through. These are going to be continuing to lift northward throughout the afternoon hours, so around 5 o'clock drive time. Some of us running into that rain at that point, and this continues moving northward into the northern valley. Now, not everybody getting hit by this round of rain, but there's a good shot of it, especially down in the southern half of the valley. Temperatures are going to be cooler with that moving through. 7-day planner, at least the next couple of days, we're going to see some 60s today. Tomorrow, more chances for rain and thunder. We'll be talking about that and the rest of the weekend ahead coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Lisa.
Well, speaking of rain, parts of Minnesota are scrambling to fight flash flooding today. There's massive flooding in the Waseca area, just about 75 miles south of the Twin Cities. A powerful storm system passed through the southern part of Minnesota Wednesday night into yesterday morning.
The 2-day rain total is at 14 inches. Dozens of county roads are flooded and basements are full. In Faribault, the city council declared a local state of emergency. We're following a developing story out of Grand Forks, where a second racially charged photo has surfaced that's linked to UND students. Take a look at this. This picture involves 4 students who painted their faces black and posted the picture with the caption, "Black Lives Matter."
News of this picture comes just a day after police started investigating a harassment complaint over a different picture that was posted to Snapchat. UND President Mark Kennedy says he is appalled by what has happened this week. Online threats of a school shooting in Fargo have caused concern around the valley. A 14-year-old student at Fargo South posted a message on social media Wednesday night threatening to shoot up his school.
Police arrested the teen and charged him with terrorizing, but they say the student is not a threat and had no access to guns. Parents were alerted to the incident after the school district sent out a message yesterday morning. There were no disruptions to the regular school schedule. If you park your car on your street or in a parking lot, there's more to watch out for than just break-ins. Fargo police are warning people after a recent rash of license plate thefts.
Officers say that the thieves will steal your plates to avoid paying for new tabs or to disguise their vehicle before committing a crime. Police are recommending that people use special screws that have unique heads and lock your plates into place tightly. If your license plate is stolen, you do need to report it to police and the DMV. According to North Dakota law, even if only one disappears, both need to be replaced.
Fargo police have filed a search warrant in Cass County Court to get access to health records that may contain a murder confession. Ashley Hunter is accused of killing 2 men in North Fargo in a 24-hour period in late June of 2015. He's pleaded not guilty. Last August, Hunter told Valley News Live that he didn't remember either of the attacks, but did admit to doing drugs. According to the recently filed search warrant, a nurse notified investigators that Hunter gave a full and detailed statement about killing 2 people.
Charges have now been filed in the killing of a South Fargo woman earlier this year. 22-year-old Landon Luigi is accused of raping and murdering 40-year-old Corey Terlecki. He's pleaded not guilty. Terlecki was found dead at her South Fargo home back in May. She had injuries to the back of her head. Luigi's next court appearance is set for late October. Well, the wife of a man killed in a fight outside a Fargo bar is now facing drug charges. Laura Garsland has been charged with 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance and 1 count of drug paraphernalia.
She's the wife of Joey Garsland, the man who died after being involved in a fight outside Rick's Bar last year. Court documents say Laura failed to appear for the 24/7 program, and when police searched her home, they found several drugs, including meth. Here's a first look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. 29-year-old Maxwell Bauer is wanted for felony theft of property, not paying child support, and a probation violation. His picture's on your TV right now. Call your local law enforcement if you have any information on Bauer.
A Cass County man has left his job on the drug task force, and now is trying to do his private business to keep drugs out of the hands of area kids. His new business is called Urban Canine.
Yes, you can hire this dog, Abe, and his trainer to detect drugs, maybe in your home, treatment center, school, or business. The goal is to save the lives of kids by preventing them from getting hooked on drugs.
The kids that are becoming addicts, that are stealing out of our garages, thefts, all that, they're our homegrown kids. They came through our public schools. They're not implants from Bismarck. These are our kids that we're losing.
Now, parents can hire the tracking team to come into their home for $150. If they do find something, it's totally confidential, and parents will decide what happens next.
The Grand Forks Police Department is reminding drivers to slow down in school zones. The department has taken several complaints of speeding vehicles not yielding to children and pedestrians in crosswalks, specifically near the new Discovery School.
Yeah, yesterday was a scary reminder of what can happen when people don't pay attention. A Grand Forks boy is recovering this morning after being hit by a vehicle while riding his bike to school. Now, crossing guards in the area say they're not surprised of what happened after seeing so many close calls already this year.
He was riding his bike and he got hit. Again, intersection, parents, please, please, please be careful. Take your time. We've just had a kid get hit.
Police say at this time the driver who collided with the boy was not cited in the incident.
Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles are looking to go 3-0 as they get ready to take the field again on Sunday and host in-state rival the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that showdown with the Steelers and their quarterback, Big Ben Roethlisberger. A lot of QB comparisons have been thrown around this week.
Wentz says it's flattering, but admits he has a long way to go before he would compare himself to Ben. The two do have a bit of history, though. They share the same agent, and Wentz had the opportunity to work out with him and spend some time with Ben in California.
You know, we didn't really talk a lot about football. We talked, he's a big outdoorsman guy, and we talked a little bit about our backgrounds and what we like to do off the field. But, he's a great guy, and I'm looking forward to competing against him.
And a reminder, as you set your Sunday football viewing, you will once again be able to watch Carson Wentz and his Philadelphia Eagles play. That game against the Steelers is at 3:25 on KX4.
There's a warning today about women's hair loss, which some experts say can be caused by many of the things many of us do every day. Coming up, going easy on the heat and chemicals.